Hello and welcome to fifth grade. This is Mr. Mack. Wanted to give you guys a slide presentation to introduce some things of how we're going to attempt to do school this year. It's going to be different. Um, I call my class by the year that I've been teaching, so that's why it says Team 27. So they will be forever known as Team 27, and that's just what they're going to be called. So this will be the best fifth grade year your child will ever have, hopefully the only fifth grade year they ever have, and I will be their favorite fifth grade teacher unless they move. That's my joke. So anyway, moving on to the next one. All right, a little bit more about me. This is my wife and daughter. This is Megan. She's homeschooled. My wife is the teacher, and she's been doing that her whole life, not just because of quarantine. So we just celebrated 25 years of marriage over this quarantine break in June. So it's been great. And we also have two adopted kids that are in their 20s. They both live in LA together, and they're brother and sister and moving on in life. So the next thing is, yes, I'm a Bronco fan. I knew a coach when I was a kid. He's like a father figure to me. So that's why I'm a fan. And something else about me is I love coffee of all shapes, sizes, and flavors. Unless it has to do with hazelnut, then I'm out. I went to Cal Baptist. It was CBC when I was there, California Baptist College, and it was CBU, California Baptist University. One of the great things we've got to do the last few years is the athletic department has allowed my class in the Stalling School to come to a game for free, and I don't know if that's going to happen this year, but we'll see. But anyways, I have 2 degrees from Cal Baptist in 93 and 97. I have degrees in language arts, a master's degree with an emphasis in reading, and then I also have my bachelor's degree from there as well. Um, Something else about me, it's kind of hidden. I'm actually in that picture somewhere, but I do play softball. Kind of keeps me in shape and young. I also do some other exercise stuff, but enough about me. Here we go. All right. Now, we have attempted to do some type of daily schedule. The Board of Education and the district have come to an agreement of 240 minutes of instruction. Now, the instruction doesn't mean it's just me on the computer teaching you all day for 4 hours. It's the combination of teaching and work. So I'm going to give you a little bit of what to expect, at least what's going on up here, and then we'll probably have to adjust at some point, but just at the beginning so you have an idea of what we're looking at. Remember that you aren't in school, but you would be in school. So we are expecting you to be on the computer. You shouldn't have about 4 hours work a day, maybe less, depending on your level and your ability to understand your device issue and connectivity and all that stuff. But anyway, we do expect you to be involved. So this is kind of a sample of what window would look like. One form of instruction and classwork probably won't last that long, but to give you an idea, we do kind of about 8:30 in the morning. We would expect you. That's usually when you'd be heading out the door anyway. Hopefully, if you get to school on time, dressed and ready to go, you've had food and that type of stuff. So we're looking at 8:30 as our begin time. There will be a break in there somewhere, and then we'll do some more work, and then we'll have lunch. Lunch, lunch is obviously on your own. And right now, I'm broadcasting from my house, but I actually will be in the classroom at school, room 24, and I'll be because all my stuff is there. I'll be teaching from there with the computer and the whiteboard and stuff. So to get our minutes in, we'll have to do a little bit of classwork, possibly after lunch. We'll talk about this a little bit more later. One of the things we get to try. Oh, sorry. And then we have the remote support. This includes Epic Reading. There's iReady. You do have to do some form of PE. 100 Mile Club will still be available. You'll have a log that you can pick up or print out and be logging your miles at home if you go for a walk. I go for walks every day. My family at least 1.5 miles every day, and we count that. You might have some projects or any other thing going on to complete work in that time frame. Also, Miss Payne is probably going to be handling the language arts and ELD instruction for all of fifth grade. Not everybody's going to have ELD instruction, but you will all have language arts, probably through Miss Payne. I'll be doing all the math for her class and my class. We're going to give that a go and see how that works for a while. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, moving on. This will be my Zoom ID for at least a month. It may change. If anytime anything changes, I will let you know, but the passcode will always be Team 27. So that ID, take a screenshot or whatever, you'll need that to get into the Zoom meetings. My plan is to leave the Zoom open for 4 hours, and you can come and go as you please after I'm taught. If you're working on something, you have a question, you can come back in, log back in. Um, we'll see. I'm still working on how that's going to look in real time. So this is important. We'll refer to this often, but hopefully we'll get it figured out and you guys will be good. But main thing is to stay off cell phones during instruction time unless you're using it for the meeting. I know for the last 5 months you've kind of just had access to your friends in whatever way, shape, or form. But you're not going to be on vacation anymore. We're actually going to be in school. You're just going to be on your computer. So anytime I'm teaching, I would expect, just like school, your cell phone is not anywhere near where it's going to distract you because I need you to pay attention and get this stuff going on. Unless you're using your cell phone for the Zoom meeting because you haven't got a device yet, that's a different story. All right, here are some things to look at. One of them is to wake up, not necessarily early, but enough time to be ready. Log in like 8:27, 8:26, not at 8:32. We're going to be on there at 8:30. Find a quiet place, and I know this might be a challenge for a lot of you because you may have had to move or your other people living with you now that weren't before. You have dogs and cats and siblings running all over. You might have children that aren't in school, so they don't understand why you have to be quiet when you have work to do. So I understand that can be a challenge, but I do expect you to not be laying on your bed. Try to sit in a chair at a desk somewhere and be engaged and involved. Um, I understand there's going to be distractions. That's why I'm doing it from school, not from home, because there's distractions. Make sure your computer's charged. Camera is on. I do want to um, see you. And then headphones or earbuds, if you have them, is great. Wear appropriate clothing. You shouldn't be in your jammies. Don't come to school in your jammies. If we have a jammy day, then that's a different story. But I know you're at home, but we expect you to be dressed, not laying down on the floor with your computer and stuff like that. You can work on the floor if you want later, but when I'm teaching, I kind of want you to be involved, engaged, and be in camera view. I don't know why that's a capital C, but I'll fix that. Um, yeah, I had kids over the break that they're logged in and I'm looking at the ceiling. So I don't want to see your ceiling. I don't want to see your carpet. I want to see your face. Make sure that you're involved there. None of these. See your dome. So I want to kind of be there. And you're also not going to be flipping the screen, tilting the screen, right in on the screen, going to get pets and a snack and all that. So we'll deal with all that later, but as we encounter things. Mute yourself or your teacher when your teacher's talking or another student is talking. We do want to raise our hand. There's even a hand to raise on the computer. We'll show you that. Be focused and pay and attentive. And we do expect you to be active. Oops, I messed up. I went back to the slide. Sorry. There we go. Then down here, we want you to raise your hand. We talked about that. You can type your question in the chat box. I may assign one or two of you to be co-hosts at some point as we get to know each other, and I know I can trust people to manage the chat. That means you're going to be letting me know if someone has a question or telling me, "Oh, Mr. Mack, someone has a question," and the chat will be used just for educational purposes. It's not for you to have conversations just about what's going on in your life, what color socks you're wearing, and stuff like that. We'll disable the chat if we need to, but I want to be able to use it effectively if you have something that you want to say and someone can monitor that. Because it's hard for me to see on the screen. I see 2 or 3 of you. I don't see the whole class. So I need someone monitoring everything. Speak clearly and we stay on the topic. We talked about that. Look up when speaking, like get the camera. I'm working on that. I'm always looking at the screen. But be respectful, be kind and considerate. And some of these will don't write on the screen. There's kids that have already figured out how to do things. I can disable that. It does let me know who's doing it too, so don't be the one I have to have that conversation with. But we'll move on. All right. Attendance must be taken daily. This is important information. The union and the board and everybody decided that we do have to take attendance daily. The best thing for me is going to be while I'm online at 8:30. Just so you know, I actually just learned this morning that I can take attendance on Zoom. It lets me know who is in each meeting. It gives me a report. when they logged in, when they logged out, how long they were on. And that's a report I can share with your parents too. If I say, hey, they were only on for like 10 minutes, they no, they said they were there for an hour. I'm like, well, let me show you what the report says. So let's not put that. So take attendance daily, and woohoo, hey, there he is at the computer. This is not optional like distance learning was. As of right now, you all have no grades. I have to give you a grade every single day in some subject, just so you know that's something that they bargained for. I don't know why, but I do have to give you a grade in something every single day. So you have to be there or you can't get your grade. Um, and remember that I am here to help. So I can do Zoom lessons with you or whatever. We'll talk about that in the next slide. But the word of the year is going to be grace. We need to give each other grace. I need to give myself grace. Doesn't mean we're just going to go willy-nilly and get to do whatever we want, but we do want to make sure that we're working through this new way of learning together. So give grace. I learned how to do some stuff, playing around with it. Next slide. Benefits. So here are some of the benefits of working at your own. Benefits of being the way that we're going to be doing school is you can work at your own pace of time. Some of you might take you not as long as others to get things done. Just like in the classroom, what do I do now? I'm done. I'm done. What do I do now? Well, you'll have a ton of other opportunities to learn. There's websites on the district to link into get you involved in some things. We can do Zoom lessons together. I had kids I just Zoomed one-on-one with. They shared their screen, showed me that we did like an iReady lesson together, and I would go through things with them. iReady is going to be a big part of what we do. Just so you know, you're going to be Monday through Thursday. I'm expecting 30 minutes per day in language and 30 minutes per day in math. So 2 hours a week total. That's one of the easiest ways to get a grade in those levels. If you are not at one of the benefits of iReady, if you're not at fifth grade level, so you're third grade level in math, it meets you where you're at and it works on what you need to know to move up. I've seen kids go amazing things when we were on vacation. I had kids grow 2 grade levels. I had a student doing 8th grade math, so that's a benefit if you're above 5th grade. You not only get to see all the 5th grade students, but when you move on 6th, 7th, it helps you. I had a kid doing 8th grade math. He had to do Zoom lessons with Mr. Sweet because I didn't know what they were talking about. So anyway, and if I asked you what the worst thing about school was, you would say it's homework. We don't like homework. So look at it this way: right now, I'm not going to be assigning any homework. It's all work on the computer, so you can celebrate that. Yeah, see, those are the benefits. And there's little Mr. Junior President guy. So, all right, I'll leave you with a quote. Aim for success, not perfection. Never give up your right to be wrong, because then you will give up your ability to learn new things and move forward with your life. Remember that fear always lurks behind perfectionism. You will make mistakes. I will make mistakes. We're going to give each other grace. There will be SEL lessons, which is the kind of the mindfulness lessons. Are going to be one of those a week that I do expect you to watch the video, do the activity, answer the questions. You can get a grade for that. There's going to be a lot to do, but we'll make it as clear as possible. And I will be here every step of the way, whatever help you need, and hopefully we'll be back in the classroom really, really soon, because I personally, as an educator, did not go into teaching to be separated from students. I like to be in the classroom with you guys doing work and stuff. So, but nobody in the world signed up for what we're dealing with right now. Anyway, if you have any questions, you can always dojo me. Your parents can dojo me. This is for all of you right now, actually. And then we will talk to you soon. Tune in to Back to School Night Thursday at 6 o'clock. There's going to be another one too. I'll have to post that later. But anyway, for now,